this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing so much better today, so I decided to go ahead and do the flip through of my 2024 December daily. Now, if you have not finished yours, please do not feel any guilt or any pressure to do that. You just do it in the time that you're going to do it in. I was sick, so I had a lot of time to do it. And I usually do like to get it done as soon as I can after the first, because then I start to plan actually next year's December daily and kind of clean up the Christmas stuff. So this is the cover of my December daily. And you saw just the flat part here, but since then I have added the 2024 in stickers, the Woodlands Christmas, this vintage velvety bow thing, and then all this fringe and tassels and stuff on the side. Most of this came from the package that Birdie sent me when she sent me the beautiful December junk journal that she sent me. A lot of this came off of her packaging. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this year I did something a little bit different. Usually I have gone ahead and like every day wrote down everything I did, no matter how boring it was, like cleaning the toilets or going to the grocery store or whatever. This year I did not. I decided to just focus on one thing a day, mostly it's just like one thing that I did unusual because it was December a day. And some days I had nothing, so I just did some kind of prompt. So always in the inside of my calendar, inside my journal, I have a picture of the nativity because that's what it is all about. I didn't mark all my days off here, I'm noticing that. But anyway, so I put a picture of the nativity. This is a real cute one. It's from a vintage book, I think a craft book or something, and I just love that image. I like to put a calendar on in my journal, and so I have one here, and it just folds out like this, and every day gets a sticker. Now, I did not work on this every day, so sometimes I had to put 2 stickers on because sometimes I would do like 2 days at a time, and it was less because of the time that I had to work on it and more because I have a selfie printer, and when I printed the pictures, I only wanted the small 2x3s. And if you print every day, just one picture, you're wasting a lot of that paper. So I had to wait until I had enough pictures to print. And sometimes I'd mark the page and just put a sticky note on it saying picture of something, and then I'd go back and add it later. But so that's the way that is. So this is just, the Peppermint Crunch. Every year there is a box of Peppermint Crunch in my journal. And so I just put it on the back of that calendar. This is just a page from a children's book, but I thought for Woodlands it was perfect. It's from 1976. And I don't know if you can see, I'm sure you cannot, but I have punched out stars with a star punch along the top here. So you really can see through, and then on this side too, there's the stars that you can see through. So this is actually December 1st right here. And so we had on this day, we had December 1st, we had nativity practice and after church, and it was freezing cold, but we went out there and did our nativity practice, and I was a shepherd, so I have this vintage sticker of the shepherds, and it says, and there were shepherds and joy. I had my gloves on, and of course everything. So, and here's a nativity picture here of the shepherds seeing the star. And I just put those little lambs on because they're shepherds, right? So then on Monday, and most Mondays my entry is just the page from the Advent word. So the first Monday was faith, and so this was my card for faith. I had written the scriptures down, and then what it talked to me about. I just put this cute sticker down at the bottom of this little bird wearing glasses and the Christmas tree, and then the part of the mint box got made into a little tab. Then on the 3rd, I did go shopping on the 3rd, and I put, this says ultra warm, this little tag here, and I put new socks. I had gone to Marshall's and I bought myself several packs of new warm socks because I so needed those. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so maybe I already had them because actually it says here, stayed home, wrapped presents and listened to Christmas music. Okay, so maybe that was from something. Oh, I know what that was. That was from a gift that I brought. These weren't the ones I bought. This was from some that I gifted one of my boys in the stocking. So I have this cute picture. I love these pictures from the Gooseberry Patch books, Christmas books and whatever, look, and they've got all the wrapping paper and everything. I just love those. And this is just the edge of a handmade tags package from Dollar Tree. So, okay, so on the 4th, this is one that I didn't do anything remarkable. So I just put what I like about winter, and then I put a bunch of stuff here. I put stickers, all kinds of stickers. This little boy's from a children's book, you know, just random things here, listing things that I love about Christmas. So then December 5th, guys, we went to see, my best friend and I went to see the Drummer Boy Christmas by King and Country. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. Now this wasn't the live concert. Of course, the live concert had been recorded the week before in Houston. But this, or even last year, I'm not sure. This was absolutely amazing to see this in the theater. It was so wonderful. So that's what this is all about, is about there's our tickets there. Oh no, this is our receipt. We went out to dinner, to Tito's Diner before then. And this is just all about the concert. And I wrote, this is one of the little tags I made in my collaboration with Susan Hiles and Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. And so I wrote about going to see The Little Drummer Boy. If you ever get a chance to see that, go see that. It is amazing. And then I found, because I was like, oh, I went through children's book. I was looking for everything I could with all the percussion, because for King and Country is all about the percussion, especially when they do the song Little Drummer Boy. It is my favorite version. And I was like, oh, well, I wish I had some vintage family. And then look, no, I found this card of this little mouse playing the drums. And I thought, how perfect is he for the Little Drummer Boy? So he was a vintage card. So I closed him up, I sealed him up and put a little tab here. But here I made a tag that slides in and out. And this is the lyrics to The Little Drummer Boy. And let me tell you something. Don't ever write the lyrics to The Little Drummer Boy. It's a wonderful song, but do you know how many times you have to write pa-ra-pa-bum-bum? It's mind-blowing. Anyway, and that's not like words we usually use, so you have to really stop and think about how do you even write that, right? So that was that. Then on, I just decorated this picture here for the 6th. It looks like I did some baking. Oh, I know what I did on the 6th. I made some cookies. I made some sugar cookie, like the drop kind, not the roll kind that you cut out, but the drop kind sugar cookies. And I made up this recipe myself. I just crushed up some candy canes and put white chocolate in the sugar cookie. Now I put candy cane cookies here just because that was a recipe I found in the book I was looking at or whatever, but that's not the recipe I used. Like I said, I used a basic sugar cookie recipe and then just added crushed candy cane and white chocolate. You're gonna hear some background noises. It is the wonderful sound of the snowplow. Yay, so happy to hear that. So, you know, just decorated with stickers and cookies and blah, blah, blah. And then this is the, I think I also must have made toffee that day because this kind of looks like my homemade toffee. And usually if I have the oven on, I will do 2 things because I make multiple batches of toffee because it is for gifts. So I'm sure I made toffee that day also. As a matter of fact, I know I did because I was making it for a gift for all 11 ladies who work at the Antique Mall. I bring them a bag of toffee each also. So then this was Saturday the 7th, and this is the Crafty Zoom with my ladies. Every month we get together. These are my Pennsylvania girls, the ones we get together in Pennsylvania, except for Linda P, who we just Zoom with her. She's in Texas. But the 5 of us always get together, and somebody always takes a screenshot and sends it to the rest of us. So this was our Crafty Zoom. So I just had the picture in there. December 8th was our actual nativity play. So it actually turned out really beautiful. A lot of people came, and it was very warm. I had on 4 layers of like tops, not like a coat or anything, because I had to have my shepherd thing on top of it. But I was so hot, I had to take my gloves off and everything. It was warm. It was really nice. So what I did though, I got a poinsettia from, well, 2 poinsettias from a young lady who was selling them from our church to raise money for a mission trip or her class trip, I forget. Anyway, so I had this little poinsettia die cut, and I wrote on the back about getting the poinsettias from her. But what I did, you know how they come, they've got the foil, the pretty foil around the bottom of the plant, and then the whole thing is covered with plastic, including like it goes up into to keep the blooms in and everything. I cut a piece of that plastic and made this pocket for the nativity and a giant shaker. So this whole page is actually a shaker, and this plastic came from the poinsettia. So poinsettia, there we go. And so I just have a paper clip here just to keep that poinsettia in there so it doesn't just flop all over and get tangled up. So then Monday the 9th was the word humble. This was again for Advent Word 2024. Then the 10th, let's see, I wrapped mountains of presents today. So I have mountains here. Look at this cute deer. This is one of the die cuts that inspired the woodland theme. But then this is a digital, this packages up here. So I put a mountain of presents on his little back there. So on that Monday, or Tuesday, I wrapped a bunch of gifts. And then on the 11th, I know I had to stay home because the people were coming to work on my reverse osmosis filter. So I knew I had to stay home because they give you such a wide window, like 9 a.m. till 11 or 12 or something. So you have to stay home. I baked my Scandinavian cookies, Scandinavian almond cookies. And I ate that piece off the end to taste it, and I put this little arrow and said, where did that end go? Well, I had eaten it. So, yeah. Then on the 12th, let's see here, I've got a pocket. Okay, so the 12th, I went to lunch with my son. We went to Basilico. I'm not sure if Basilico is like a national chain or if we just have a couple in our area, but it's a really good restaurant. They have wonderful food. And this picture I had put on my community tab. It's a picture of a little cannoli. I ate that in the evening. My son bought that for me after we had lunch. They have a big counter of pastries, especially Italian pastries, and I chose the little cannoli because he wanted to buy me something. So that was really sweet. And there's just our receipt from Basilico. So that was on the 12th. And I just decorate the tabs, you know, with just stickers and die cuts and fringy stuff and whatever. Okay, so then this is the 13th. Now the 13th, it doesn't look like I did a whole lot. Okay, yes, there's a Panera thing in there. So I must have gone to breakfast with my girlfriends at Panera, but I didn't do a whole lot the rest of the day. So what I have is this little moose and then this little bunny. This was a little craft kit that I think maybe had been in some auction stuff or something. And so I thought, well, I'm going to make it and do what they said. So I made it. I made the little craft the way it was supposed to be made. And I put a note here saying that some of my favorite memories of Christmas when I was a child, and I will actually have to write this again in Birdie's, my memory December daily that Birdie gave me, was craft kits. My parents would always give me a little craft kit of some kind, and I always loved them so much. So I had to do this one just to put that in there. What is this here? that is from a girlfriend who wrote that. That was from her card. I just love the little snowman that she put on there. Okay, so then the 14th, this is, I don't know if you can see here. These are not me. These are vintage people, vintage pictures of people at office parties, like behaving badly. Both of these ladies are standing on the table. This one has a bottle. She's pouring stuff. I added a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of color to it. But this was my, this Saturday that I had the Antique Mall Christmas party, and we always have such fun at that party. It is always so good. It is potluck, but everyone brings so much food, and it's my cousin who owns the mall provides all the beverages and everything, and we do a big reverse raffle and everything, and he has prizes, consolation prizes along the way and everything. So in memory of that, I just had this little coupon ticket here, like raffle ticket here. That also came from Birdie. Okay, so then on the 15th, we're getting there. We're halfway through the month. I treated myself to some special dark chocolate peppermint creamer because I don't drink specialty creamers at all during the year, but at Christmas time I do like to have it. I just made this little tag here with a picture of like a cup. It looks like cocoa. It says let it snow. I put everything tastes like Christmas when you add peppermint. I said, as a girl, I loved candy canes. I was given one by a thrift shop owner the other day and ate it on the ride home between sips of coffee. Delicious. So that's true. When you add peppermint and chocolate, everything tastes like Christmas, right? So then on this, I guess this is the 16th. Yes, home was my Advent word. And I have videos for all of these Advent words. If you haven't seen them, you can just put it in my homepage, just put in Advent word or Advent 2024, and these should come up, the videos from when I made these pages. All right, so I just have a little, I'm not sure, it's so small, I'm not going to be sure if you're going to be able to see this. It's a little shaker pocket I made, and it just has a little bird with some book page and then a bunch of little sparkly things. So he's just up there. This is just a vintage card. I love candles, and I know this has nothing to do with woodland, but it is on a Christmas tree. I love vintage candle pictures, you know, and cards and things like that. Okay, so then on the 17th, two of my girlfriends and I went to Belgrove Plantation, and we had tea, our afternoon tea, Christmas tea. All the rooms are, excuse me, all the rooms are decorated by the volunteers, and you can vote, excuse me, vote on which room you like the best, and then the top three, I think, those volunteers get some kind of prize from Belgrove. So yeah, we had a good time, had wonderful, wonderful tea. Always love going to tea with my girlfriends. Then on the 18th, now I can tell right here, the tab is a butter box, and I made these little, these are stuck on here, and there's a little pocket here from chocolate chips, made from a chocolate chip bag from Aldi. And you guys, if you've never tasted Aldi's the dark chocolate chips, for the price, they are the best bang for the money. Even if you want to eat them as just chocolate, they are such good dark chocolate. Anyway, I was inspired to do this by Lynn at A Bit of Birdsong. She had made cookie tags or something, and so I made saltine ones. So I printed out these saltines. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I did put stickles on them, so it looks like salt. And then I put, today I made ATC coins for the hop with Susan and Sherry, and today I made more toffee. So that's why the toffee is the saltines, the butter, and the chocolate chips. And then this puffy sticker here is just a cute little Santa. All right, and then the 19th, let's see, what did I do on the 19th? I don't know, but I have a picture here of my little light up house, and this, maybe No, my girlfriends we gave our gifts to each other when we went to tea. This little snowman right here came from one of my friends. But this was like an ode to little houses. And this right here was the ATC coin that I had made. I made the ATC coins with little pockets. It says, oh, okay, my sister and I went to Old Town to look at Christmas windows and do a little Christmas shopping, and we had lunch at Soup and Taco too. So this was like Old Town Fredericksburg, where my antique mall is very old. I mean, it is from the Revolutionary period. It's really cute. So this is just like all old house thingies. Okay, and here's the 20th, and what did I do on the 20th? Okay, so on the 20th, this is one of the little tags I made. I made a video when I made this at the cabin. This is from a magazine that I put onto some cardstock and then cut it out and made a little tag out of it. It was just a cute little picture I liked. I went to the auction this evening. I got lots of great things, including this vintage ribbon for wrapping gifts. I think I'm going to have to do a vintage themed junk journal next year, so I can use some of it. Okay, so this is awesome. I'll show it to you right here. Look at this, guys. Unopened, absolutely unopened. Do you remember these ribbons that have the foiling on them? Is this not amazing? So I bought a let's see here, product created and manufactured by Papercraft Corporation, made in the USA. This is from the 60s. I am convinced this is from this. This is my childhood right here. It's called tapestry ribbon. So when I got this, I bought a box lot at the auction for like $2, and it had lots of rolls, not like this, but lots of rolls of just the satiny ribbon, not with the foiling, but just the regular satiny ribbon. A bunch of those, this one, and some regular ribbon. I bought the whole box for $2, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So because of that, and then I had found a cute little vintage bag, and I'll tell you more about this either today or some other time. And I was like, that's it. I have to go back to doing a vintage one. I did do a vintage December daily years ago. I cannot remember exactly when I did it. And I was actually going to do a Scandinavian or European themed junk journal or December daily for 2025, but it's going to be vintage instead. So on to this 21st, and guys, this speeds up because when I was sick for so long, we're almost at the end. So on 2021, I think I had this terrible thing that I decided to weigh myself. So I had these pigs on here, and it says, I want goodies, fruitcake, chocolate, gingerbread, jingle jangle. If y'all have Trader Joe's and have had jingle jangle, you know what I'm talking about. I said I need to slow down on the eating and go back to 1,200 calories a day. Exceptions allowed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. So I just made this pig a little pocket for this pig. Don't weigh yourself during Christmas, people. All right, and then on the 22nd, I know that we had gone to my parents to play Mexican Train. It was dark when we got home, so we drove around the neighborhood next to us and looked at the lights. So I took some pictures, and that was just from my husband and I driving around. Funnily enough, we didn't even drive around our own neighborhood. This is the neighborhood next to us. Then on the 23rd, okay, that's the Monday. So on the 23rd, I got this book, this paper book, which I showed you in my last video, from my girlfriend. So my next door neighbor, that is when she gave it to me, on the 23rd. And she insisted I open it on the 23rd. I was not allowed to wait till Christmas. Then let's see. Okay, also on the 23rd, okay. So this bag, and I went to St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop, and they had everything in the store was 50% off. Everything. Christmas was 80% off. Now, I had been the week before, and I got a few pieces of clothing, which were fabulous because they were 50% off, and some Christmas stuff that was 50% off. But I noticed that even though everything was 50% off, they were very much putting stuff out, like still putting stuff out. So then Monday I had to go to the antique mall to just tidy up real quick. And I said, I'm going to stop at St. Vincent de Paul to see what else they put out, because the 23rd was the last day of their sale. Well, on the 23rd, Christmas was 80% off. I got, now I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this beautiful little tinsel tree. He's about maybe 2 feet tall. He is old. He's got these glass balls on him and this foiled base and everything. I got that beautiful tree, and I put him up with my light up houses and stuff to display him. 40 cents. 40 cents. I could not believe it, because he was marked to $2, and of course 80% off. That was such a good deal. Okay, so then on, let's see, that was on the 23rd, so that was Monday. And then again on Monday was my last card, which was the word mercy. Video on that. And then here's Christmas Eve is the nativity. I did go to church to, did I put anything in there? No, I didn't. Okay. I did go to church, so here's this picture. This is from a, either a postcard or an ideal. I mean, a greeting card, or is this an ideals? I don't know, but anyway, it looks like either. And it's just the church there, a picture of the church. And I put some of this rickrack, this silver rickrack that Birdie had given me on her package just to look like snow. So here's the base from the candles, from the candlelight service. The moose was not there. I put the moose on there. And I put Silent Night. And then on Christmas Eve day, the whole family got together. We usually do it on Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas, but because of a work situation with a family member, we had to do it on Christmas Day. So, I mean Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, we had our big family together with my brother and his family, my sister, everybody. And we did it during the day, and then I went to the Christmas Eve service after that. So I just have some pictures here. This little thing here I made for in one of my videos, how to make different pockets out of old envelopes. And so here's a picture. Here I had a picture of everyone in my family except my mom. I missed my mom. Everyone in my family wearing their Christmas cracker crowns. There's my son right there wearing his, and my dad. And here's Mr. Moss and myself. There I am. Anyway, if you know about English Christmas crackers, you get a paper crown in them. And of course, because we are English, half English, we always do crackers. Here's my joke from it. And here is my actual paper crown. I crunched it up and stapled it on. So we did that on the day before Christmas. And then on Christmas morning, well, Christmas Eve, my son spent the night with us after church. He came over. And then Christmas Day, we went back, after we opened our presents, just Mr. Moss, my son and I, our son and I, we went back to my parents, and it was just the three of us and my parents and my sister. We had a quiet Christmas with them. We did have our Christmas pudding after our meal with them. And my sister always brings one back from England with her when she comes. In this case, my nephew brought it when he came. These are just tags from the gifts that I got, some of the gifts I got. This one was from my husband. This is from Holly, and this was from Santa. Mr. Moss likes to put different things on there. And then, of course, he gave me a gift card to Panera. And so what I did was I just put a piece of paper in. Every year I do write down what I got for Christmas and who gave it to me. So I always have that in my December dailies for the last 12, 13, 14 years, however many I've been doing these. I know what I've got for gift for Christmas. So this is just a collage, Christmassy collage with Santa and the squirrel on it. Then the day after Christmas, my sister, my mom, and I went to Kenmore to the dollhouse exhibit. And we had a good time there. And then, of course, needless to say, the three of us came back and played Rummikub because we love to play Rummikub. So that was on the 26th. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The 27th, I have this picture of Mrs. Mouse, and this is a Beatrix Potter. Look, she's in bed. And these are some Mukluk socks, or the toasty little socks, and they've got the grippy things on the bottom. My mom gave me those for Christmas. She always gives us money, but she likes to put a little something with them, and so she gave me those Mukluks. Well, they got to work out because this says December 27th through, and this is when the gift that keeps on giving, and it says don't open it. It's the flu. This is when I got sick, and so from the 27th on, there was nothing except Christmas, New Year's Eve. My sister and I did this puzzle on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and that's what we traditionally do. I honestly had to prop myself up with whatever I could to get through it, but we did have a good time. But I had to laugh because when it came time to toast at midnight, my sister had said she had a scratchy throat and she thought she might be getting sick. Now, that wasn't from me because I had not been with her since the 26th. So by the 30th, I would not have been contagious anymore. But everything's going around here. But anyway, she and I toasted New Year's with hot sleepy time tea with honey, and Mr. Moss Cottage had water. And I said it would only be better if one of us had prune juice, because we did make it to midnight, but good night. That's like, we were not in very good shape. So then the last page is just this bird. It says season's greetings. So that's it, guys. That is my 2024 December daily. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. And like I said, if you haven't done yours, you're not finished, don't worry. You'll get finished with it sooner or later. Just have fun with it and don't feel guilty. And I have already started to collect stuff and put the box together for my 2025, since I know now that it's going to be the vintage theme again. Yeah, there's that. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.